Welcome back, Firebirds, to another week of the Overwatch action. We've got week 1 of the NECC. Carthage Red taking on Purdue Boilermakers tonight. I'm joined by Sam. I think there's a bunch of numbers after his username, but I don't really know him. So,
3. Let's go over it.
Okay.
3, 8,
3 8
0,
0
8,
8
3.
3 38 0 8 3.
38083.
What's the significance there?
You want to hear this funny story? Does anyone remember the old Luna commercials?
773
202 da 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 Luna.
Okay.
It's off the
3 So just the 3 8.
Yeah.
And then you just were like 38083. Why didn't you just do 7s?
Because, that name was taken. It was on Minecraft.
That name was taken.
It was on Minecraft.
Oh, that's
13
crazy.
years ago.
Well, welcome back, Firebirds, because you will not see me too often in the Overwatch streams this year. I actually haven't watched an Overwatch game since last season, so pardon the analytical skills being a little bit down. But we've got Lunar Synergy, NECC, that must be a new freshman or something, Shinbone,
Yep.
Jumpy Wizard, and Nancakes. I'm seeing 2 new faces. Taking on Ogi, Banana Man, Gardent, Sprout, and Azuki.
So one of the biggest things that I'm seeing right now is that the Firebirds are now playing the meta comp right now is a speed boosting brawl with a Bastion and Sim with an Immor to back it up. In case the other team dives on you, you throw an Immor down, allowing yourself to recuperate, and then usually you're going to time your speed boost with Bastion turret form so he can speed boost in and shoot faster.
Yeah, ultimately though, it does seem like we will push and be able to take that first capture. That's for those of you that don't remember from last year or are new here. Overwatch is a best of 5 maps. I believe it starts on control point, then it goes over to push, and then hybrid, and then what is the escort, and then back to control for map number 5. So we are on Oasis for map number 1 here, and Firebirds have lost control of the point.
This is a huge May wall.
Relatively quickly.
Window comes out. Z's gonna go down to the other Bastion. So the other team right now is running a Zarya comp. Clearly they're running a Zarya, May, Bastion, Lucio, and Bap. So what's useful here is a Zarya bubbles for an overextending Bastion, because Bastion is your focal point of the damage. No one else is gonna complete those kills but Bastion, and maybe May with a lucky headshot. But for this comp to work, you have to keep your Bastion alive. That's a great Immor. And now they're going to come out with beat. Bastion's going to go down in the first pick. The May wall is huge. He's going to have to eat through it. And his turret form's going to go down in a second. But now it's a 4v5 with a fully charged Zarya. This is very dangerous.
Yeah,
for the Firebirds.
Able to find another pick there as they continue to roll on through. As Jumpy Wizard, Shinbone, and Nancakes will all find one for themselves. And Firebirds will retake point as the Boilermakers reach 57%. Huge
Stagger by the Firebirds. Shinbone gets Gardent. So it's gonna be a couple of seconds before the Boilers can come back. In light of all this, I'd like to see the Bastion play an off angle like Z is doing, because generally you're able to split up with this comp, because your Ryan only has to create a blockage through one focal point of attack, forcing the enemy team to have to fully commit on one side. But then that's when you separate with the Bastion. Here comes the Zarya ult. Immor is placed perfectly.
Ooh. We see a couple trades there as the Firebirds trying to defend the point a little bit longer. We find Lunar Synergy getting another pick. Z will find another one. Never mind, that's just the Immor field. But they do push him back far enough to still maintain capture on the point. One thing that I'm really focusing on right now during this map is the Firebirds really struggled against the May last season, so I'm hoping these new faces and just, better practice over the summer, along with the new coach, who I believe is Fuzzy.
Yes,
this year,
Fuzzy
right?
is our coach.
Fuzzy is now
year.
coaching, went from player last year to coach this year. It seems like they're handling the May pretty swiftly as they're rolling toward that 90% mark.
The biggest thing with the new coaching change is that Fuzzy was a great player last year, and now he officially achieved top 200 in North America as a support.
Holy cow.
He hit 198 as an Ana main, winning over 100 games.
That's impressive. I won't lie.
So Fuzzy now is Fuzzy was at the time when I looked 3 weeks ago.
Fuzzy Wuzzy what?
Fuzzy Wuzzy. He was top 2% in the world with support. And there goes to the Firebirds. But Fuzzy was top 2% in the world for support. And he is one of the best supports I've ever seen. And he's even a better coach.
Yeah, you know, great stuff out of the Firebirds to hold it down for that final push there. We didn't pay well enough attention to get really great commentary out of it, but
all right.
Firebirds now up 1-0 on the control maps. It is best of 3, so you know, very confusing. It is the best of 3 inside the best of 5, and so Firebirds just need to take this one as well. We will see a bit of a change here as Shinbone will be on Genji, Z will be on Pharah, Lunar Synergy switching over to Ball. Shinbone trying to fake me out like he always does as Squap to Tracer. I think he'll end up on Genji again in the end. Jumpy on Lucio and NECC on Baptiste as usual.
So right now the Firebirds are running what their most dominating comp is this form of ultimate brawl with a Genji, Ball, and Tracer. This is the type of lineup that's going to have 4 or 5 people looking at Genji and Ball, and Tracer's going to come from behind and basically finish off anyone who's weak. So communication is going to be huge here. NECC is going to go down to the Junker Queen. And now the Firebirds are down to 1%, but 1 support. We're going to see if Shinbone can complete anything here.
Z is trying to just get something to happen. Will fall on the point. Hopefully buying enough time, though, to get someone back. And the Firebirds now just kind of more at a staggered position than they would probably like to be. Going to have to give up a little bit of percentage there on the point to try and... Oh, my gosh. We have a pause. Never mind. He's back. Technical difficulty on the side of the Boilermakers. And there was a big lag spike where someone might have disconnected but ended up not actually disconnecting. So we are getting back into it right away. But now the Firebirds having to give up a little bit of percentage due to the stagger. And we will see them try to make their second push here in a second.
One of the biggest things I'm looking for Lunar Synergy here is that he has been playing Ball every day for probably about 3 to 4 hours a day.
Yeah, and that's really interesting considering Lunar Synergy, one of our star duelists last season, now making the role switch over to tank with the graduation of Donut coming through. You know, someone had to fill that tank role, and for the red team, it is going to be Lunar Synergy, I think, most of the time now, right?
Yeah, he is going to be their highest ranked tank, and probably, in my opinion, best Ball player that I've seen by any means. But what the problem is right now, the Firebirds are running into another meta composition. It's a super brawl is what they call it. It's the Junker Queen with the Lucio, the Shout, and the speed boost. Plus, usually they swing in with an axe, which you do massive bleeding effect. And then their Torb has an auto turret, and the McCree is going to pick you off from far. Plus the Ana for the nano. They're probably going to nano Deadeye for McCree. I mean, Cassidy still gets me to this day, but there's a huge pick.
Oh my gosh, Lunar Synergy able to find another. Gets the environmental pick. Lunar Synergy coming through huge to get the Firebirds this point here. That I'm calling that's play of the game. Right there. That's got to be play of the game. I think that'll be the 3 pick because one of them's environmental. Yeah. I know that's highly valued.
Yeah, the Overwatch algorithm loves environmentals.
And so that'll be a 3 right there, especially because it led alongside a team kill. Unless we see something crazy come out.
Unless we
Lunar
get
Synergy hiding behind right now, slithering around like a snake. He does get found by the Lucio, so he has to back off a little bit. And the first pick will go to the Boilermakers.
One of the big downsides of this composition is that your supports aren't going to be with your diving characters. So you're basically hoping that the enemy team doesn't have any cooldowns to keep you down. Like with the Tracer, with the McCree pick is to stop the dive and hopefully pick the Tracer immediately, which is what we're seeing. And this composition is all based on coordination, is being able to coordinate who you're slamming on, who you can burst damage as much as possible, because in Overwatch 2, burst damage is king. There is no more slowly picking, there is no more bunker. It's all about burst damage. Who can do the most damage in the quickest amount of time, that's what wins the fight.
Oh, that's so interesting. The game has changed so much in this 4 months since I last got to hang out with it. Firebirds trying to just retake the point in any way possible. We will see Shinbone there. Has ult at the ready. Maybe use on the Ana. Nope. We do see Shinbone take out Torbjorn, though.
We do see the Boilers use the Junker Queen ult to try to get anybody and everybody. It does not work, and the Firebirds are going to end up wiping, but lose Shinbone in the process. But the biggest downfall for the Boilers right now is that their comp is not burst damage. This is, we're going to get you out of position and slow you down, and everyone has to focus fire. Because that's the only way to beat a dive is to get them out of position and out of line of supports. But Lunar Synergy so far has been playing very well into the line of sights of his supports, and he's going to do a minefield on top of the team. This could be huge.
Doesn't quite find anyone yet. He's going to try and dive in there and get a little more. Not quite able to do so. We see the high noon come out of Cassidy. Gets Jumpy Wizard, so there's going to be down one support as the Firebirds try to maintain this capture on the point. Z not quite close enough to an ultimate here, and the rest of the Firebirds starting to fall as the retake of the point is beginning to come through. It's in overtime now, and just in time the Boilermakers capture the point. Firebirds just need to win one more fight and they'll be able to get it, but it does seem like we are kind of at a final fight stage as it's once again overtime. Both teams just need to take the point. Ticker is going down. We see a beat drop come out from the opposing Lucio. Firebirds just trying to waste as much time with that beat drop and come back with a couple players of their own, but without a tank and one of the supports, it's going to be real tough. And great picks coming out of the Boilermakers. They will secure round number 2.
That's astonishing in my opinion because Shinbone was crouching. There's no audio cue when you crouch. It was just a flick from the Torbjorn, that one-tap tracer, which is one of the things I hate is the one-tapping. But, you know, hey, potato, potato.
Potato, potato.
He hit his shots. He deserves the kill.
And, you know, I mean, that's what really, I think, was one of the main difference makers there for the Boilermakers. When we got into those brawl fights, it just seemed like the Firebirds weren't able to really confirm the kills with their headshots. I saw a lot of body shots go through that if maybe even one more headshot came through, would have gotten that last, like, tick of damage that needed to be done. But saw a lot of headshots out of the fucking Boilermakers. I'm so sorry, chat. We're on 3-minute delay.
Body shot bandit.
We're
a
on
body
3-minute
shot
delay.
bandit.
They'll get that in 3 minutes, and I can't wait to see the chat spike.
Oh my goodness.
That's on me.
Wow.
I got too casual with Overwatch. That's on me. My bad. Sorry, coach. Oopsies. Firebirds trying to see if they can find
Huge
it on
pick
map
by
number
Shinbone on the
1.
Echo. Are they going to insta-res it?
Oh, there's the pick on the opposing Winston there.
Oh. So, the Boilers right now are running an anti-dive comp, but running it with a dive tank. So the Sombra, and huge pick by NECC, which, if you remember last year, she was the highest damage DPS on our support on our team.
Yes, NECC has always been a very DPS-driven support on Baptiste.
I'm hoping to see the same level, or even better, this year from her.
I expect no less from NECC. I believe this is also NECC's last semester playing for Overwatch because they are graduating early. So, you know, I mean, final chance here, final hurrah. We'll see if she can make anything of it. Lunar Synergy diving in. Not quite able to get much damage done. Firebirds might have to think about a change in composition if they don't see much success going forward here. But again, I am talking about making stuff up as I go, to be honest. So correct me if I'm ever blatantly wrong.
I mean, since Overwatch 2, there have been some big changes to the game, especially on how tanks play. Healing is one of the most overpowered things right now. Is the amount of healing that supports can put out is staggering. That's why burst damage is the king right now. That's why dive comps are becoming so popular with all the semi-pros and the pro leagues, is because if you're not killing, the time to kill now should be 3 seconds. If your whole team if you can knock them out of place, if you can put someone in their place where your team can get them and no healers can, there's 2 huge picks. Z with an ult. Lunar Synergy is just playing with his food, I guess. I mean,
man, Lunar Synergy able to get some nice picks there in support for his DPS, and the Firebirds will take the point back, get a nice amount of percentage out of this, give them the hefty little lead against the Boilermakers here as they try to inch toward taking map number 1. I'm liking our like strictly Lunar Synergy POV.
Yeah, it's I don't know what's going on. I guess Lunar Synergy is just a favorite today. Oh, no, never mind. We get Z.
There's Z. First time I think we've seen Z this match. Liking that Cassidy gun. I wonder what skin he's rocking. Is that default?
Yeah, it's default.
Is it really? That's the
NECC
default?
doesn't allow skins.
Really?
Yeah. Because
Huh.
on certain maps, skins blend in with the background. Like
Interesting.
on the new
That's
Brawl,
a great beat
yeah.
drop, by the way, from Jumpy Wizard there to save the rest of the team.
Wow.
Ultimately, Shinbone is going to fall after getting one pick on Azuki. Rest of the Firebirds kind of scrambling right now to get away from all the damage. As they're on 99, they just need to win this fight.
Huge
oh
pick
my
by
gosh,
Z.
great shots by Z. Will it be enough, though? We see possible chance to get the Winston. Bubble goes up in time.
Grenade hits the Winston. It's going to be a huge pick by Z.
Firebirds might be able to take this one right here as the rest of the teams begin to crumble, and the Firebirds will take map number 1.
That is a huge win.
That was some Z came in clutch there.
He
with
did.
some grenades
2 huge shots.
and picks. This is cap. It's cap. I'll say it. This is cap. This is cap. Oh, I'm sorry, Rotting Robinson. I'm sure that's right about 3 minutes ago is when it came through. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Why are you admitting you didn't do anything?
But we already admitted it, didn't we?
Who's we?
We both. Nah, we both.
What kind
went.
of French are you using here? Because I didn't say anything.
That's on me. That is on me.
One of the big things that I saw from this map was spacing from the Firebirds. The spacing is immaculate, and the Boilers had to change their approach on how they're going to attack this tank, because Ball is one of those tanks now that you cannot leave alone. He has 700 health. He has 500 health, 100 shield, and 100 rechargeable shield. So now when he hits a dive, you're shooting through 200 health of shield that's going to regenerate.
Yeah.
So one of the biggest things is you have to turn on to him. So you have to have a Cassidy, you have to have a Bastion, you have to have an Echo, something that can slow him down and do a lot of burst damage so everyone can turn. I loved the spacing from the supports taking high ground on the first map, and then their DPS just kind of walking around, kind of diving, doing their own thing, and coming back to the supports for health. I love that. I think that's how the game is supposed to be played when you're playing a dive composition. Your supports are kind of just hanging out, then you have 1 to guard, 2 go out and dive around and do their thing.
All right. Well, glad we saw it there. We should be back in just a couple minutes with map number 2, which will be hybrid? Push. Control.
Push.
It'll be a push map, I think. We'll find out in a couple minutes. We'll see you then.
It's in the Discord somewhere.
That was a cut to break.
Oh my
Initiating match. Ready for battle.
Oh. Phew. All right. Thank you. Shalom, everyone. Welcome back to FIrebirds Esports. Great mic work from the guy behind the desk. He opened the mic the second I burped. You know, 3 minutes is going to be a long one. There's a widow.
Yeah, bro didn't let me get in the chair before he went live.
Yeah, well, he went live the second I burped,
Yeah,
so you
wow. Great, fantastic, glad.
know. Can we swap him out? Can we get
Let's
someone
get
else?
Tommy back
Yeah,
here.
can we get Tommy down here,
On
please?
Monday, I thought he was doing so well, and then...
So we see a change of comp here. We're seeing a Reinhardt duel, which is not something that's usually played because of Ryan's ineffectiveness to make space. He's a big shield guy, but right now, with all the damage that's going around, his shield... Oh, they TP up top! They might force the Firebirds to rotate into Cafe just to have them drop, because you can't pick a fight on high ground when you have a Reinhardt as your tank.
Yeah, that'll be really interesting to see what happens here. I think, to be honest, I do think Lunar Synergy will make the switch once they... If they... Sorry, I said once they... If they lose this first point here.
The bad mojo is all around. The Immor comes out early. Now it's instantly taken down by Shinbone, who's playing his main character, Ashe.
Shinbone main character Ashe.
He has put a
main is Genji. That's what I know from last year.
Yeah, well,
I'm not losing that. If I don't see Shinbone play Genji and get a 4K, I'm not really watching Carthage Overwatch.
I'm sorry, Flair, but right now it's like Star Wars Episode 7.
No.
It's a completely different
No.
world.
No!
It's a completely
You're lying.
different world.
Am I never gonna see him on Genji?
Certain maps, Genji plays very, very well, but these close quarter
Also,
maps, Genji
can
is
we
not.
just... Z just probably got another Pog, by the way. We missed it. It was like a 4K.
But that's how overpowered Bastion is right now. Played appropriately, he can wipe, he can 1v5 easily, and there aren't many characters who can do that anymore without having to use an ultimate. Z's going to use his ultimate early. He's going to lead in with this. He's going to get support and the Immor.
That's a pretty quick slowdown to any sort of push that could happen. It's going to buy the Firebirds another 5 or so seconds before they're able to do anything about it. And they've got 2 minutes, plenty of time on the clock, but really strong start of the Firebirds, as many teams will lose this point pretty early. We see Firebirds. Once again, oh my gosh, the teleport
Here's the
just
TP
directly
on the point.
Directly on a point.
He didn't
That's a
get the
great-
charge.
Oh!
The slam misses from Lunar Synergy. Lunar Synergy just go down, but they trade
Both
tank for tank.
Reinhardt's down.
Bob comes out here. This is going to be their tank play around Bob.
Oh my gosh. And
It's
it works.
close.
It's working. Oh my
There you
gosh.
go.
Shinbone cleaning it up. Z in there for support. Z gets another. And once again, the Firebirds stop down the Boilermakers. Little pixel peek from Shinbone. Minute 24 left. Boilermakers, though, only need 1 tick.
Thank you, Riding. It was amazing professionalism from our guy behind the desk, who happened to cut right in as I burped, you know. I wish we had Tommy.
Ah, yeah, where's Tommy when you... Nah, I never thought I'd say that. Never thought I'd say
We
that.
see the Ramatra swap here, which is going to be great for the full-on brawl-style gameplay that they're looking to play here. They're looking to have... Oh, it's a slam from behind! No one saw it coming. Z goes down,
my
and there's
goodness.
going to be a... This could be a team
It's a
wipe.
bloodbath here. The Firebirds, I think, will finally lose that first point, and if it's a team kill, it will be a lot of space granted to the Boilermakers. They might even be able to get through that first choke if the cart comes out in time. And that first choke, one of the hardest ones. We see a lot of space being taken right now by the Boilermakers. They're trying to push as far as they can. Power to them. Firebirds are going to have to try to fight back here. Who'd they leave on point there?
Probably their BAP.
Yeah, it looks
Because
like
they need the
BAP.
speed boost. They left 2.
They actually left both their supports on point, so
Oh,
it'll be
wow.
very interesting to see if the Firebirds can quickly capitalize with the lack of supports behind. Purdue does make it through that initial choke where we've seen a lot of struggle in the past. And we are back to that 5v5. Bastion ult does come out. We'll see if it does any damage. It's able to find the immortality field at least. So now the Firebirds don't have to deal with that as they fly on through. Brawling it out. There's an immortality field to save from the Reinhardt. And Ramatra might find his first pick. There goes
you
one.
go.
NECC gets 2. And the Firebirds have taken out the DPS and the tank there. It's going to force the Boilermakers back a little bit. And the Firebirds should be able to take a bit of space here.
One of the big things I'm hoping from Lunar Synergy here is to see him play with the speed boost from the Lucio. Ramatra has this brawl form that gives him 200, that refreshes his shields, and it gives him 250 extra HP plus the shield. So now, when he goes brawl form and he blocks, it mitigates 90% of damage. So in theory, you can just hit. Oh, Lunar Synergy actually get picked immediately. The beat comes out late.
Just a little bit late there by not NECC. Jumpy Wizard unable to get the save on to Reinhardt, so it's on Ramatra, so it's just kind of a waste of an ult there.
Yes.
It's going to be tough for the Firebirds to be without that. It's going to allow the Boilermakers to keep raining down fire upon them, and they may actually take point here if the Firebirds. Yeah, it does seem like the Firebirds will just give up that second point there. Oh, final
here
push
comes
coming
the
in,
slam.
and
They missed 2. They missed 1 with it, but there's 2 huge picks
there's
for the
Ramatra
Firebirds.
ult.
Firebirds come out with a Ramatra ult and a Bob.
Oh my goodness.
It's going to be a bloodbath.
Oh my goodness. The Ramatra ult is something else. See, once again, I'm going to sit here and say that that should be play of the game because Lunar Synergy got 3 picks, but there's clearly a DPS bias right now in Overwatch. So I'm going to be wrong.
Why do you say that?
Well, because Z got it last game when it should have been Lunar Synergy got robbed. I'll say it. I'll say it. Lunar
Hot
Synergy
take.
got robbed
Hot
of that
take.
play. Map number 1. We see the Bastion ult come out from Z. Not able to find any picks. Almost gets Sprout. Not quite enough, though. Firebirds, though, able to defend this point a little bit. They got 23 seconds on the clock now. Shinbone trying to force them off the point. We see the window come out from the opposing Baptiste. Ramatra wall comes up. And now we see the other window come out for the Firebirds this time as they're just trying to rain down as much fire as possible. That turret form was wasted there by the Boilermakers, and there goes the pick from Lunar Synergy. They're going to get another
Huge
pick on
pick.
Gardot. Sprout goes down as well. Firebirds in overtime, and they are looking to clean up the end of this with a beat drop, and they find a great start to map number 2.
That is an absolute great start because if the Boilers would have gotten it to point, like push it further around that next corner, that's basically game over. Offense has all the momentum at that point, and there are very little good defensive holdups. Sure.
Sorry, no, it's my new favorite thing I've learned. He mutes us whenever we go to take a drink, and so I try to mess up his timing sometimes.
I'm gonna hesitate. Oh, I'm muted.
Oh, you hit the hezzy. It's actually hilarious. I mean, listen, it's just a testament to how good he is at production.
Yeah,
is
you
'cause
say
he just
that, but he
started doing
unpaused
that.
it when I burped.
That
so
sounded
I
like a skill issue on your part.
How is that my fault? He sees I'm about to burp. I'm a big dude.
How do you see someone's about to burp?
I go, like, watch the footage. Watch the footage. I just grow like a frog when I'm about to burp. The belly comes
actually
out.
hilarious.
Now, what I'm hoping to see here is an absolute devastation by Shinbo. He's put a lot of work into these. He's put a lot of work into these sniper type characters,
Okay.
and he's looking to get easy picks. The only people he can pick with a one shot is Bap and Lucio, because Widow doesn't have a one shot anymore unless it's up close.
Really?
Yeah, it's up to 30 to 50 meters.
That's actually crazy. It's a different game since when back in my day. Firebirds starting off strong. They're going to be able to get already through the choke point, trying to brawl their way up to the point. But with Reaper coming through,
Oh, wow.
will get punished immediately by Z. Jumpy Wizard taken out though. Firebirds only got 1 support. We'll see if anyone else can get a pick here.
And Shinbone's on your favorite Genji.
Oh shoot, he did switch. This is what it's about. 4K incoming. Yep, Bastion, you don't stand a chance. Get out of turret mode. Gonna take out the Immortality field. And the Firebirds moving up to point. Turret mode out of Z. Will it find a pick? Almost. Just can't quite get the confirm there. Does finally find Banana Man. Reaper's going down 2 with Jumpy Wizard, and the rest of the Firebirds are chasing the Boilermakers off of the point, and Purdue might have to fall back. Nice pick there by Reaper, nice couple picks, but Lunar Synergy ultimately finds the trade. Firebirds win that first fight very handedly, and will take point number 1.
I'm very confused in how the Reaper was able just to walk in and get 2 solid picks. But, you know, they got the point, that's okay. But yeah, the Boilers right now are playing this. If they had a Junker Queen, this would be literally the meta comp that people are running.
Really?
This, like, what they're playing right now, if the Reinhardt was a Junker Queen, that would be the meta, and that's what people are playing. Huge pick with the ult to start the fight off early by Z.
Yeah, that's great by Z to get 1 DPS already out of the picture. Shinbone about to just rain down from the sky. Lucio does find him. This 1v1 duel is definitely in favor of Shinbone there, so Lucio backs out pretty quickly.
Window comes out early.
Jumpy Wizard doing as the name implied, just kind of jumping around the map here. And this tough choke point, I've always said it, maybe it isn't as much anymore in Overwatch 2, but Firebirds always have a little bit of a tough time getting out of this choke point, as it is a little bit defender-sided here. Great pick there by Lunar Synergy on Gardon. Shinbone will find one. There's another one for Lunar. And the Firebirds able to make some space now. Keep on chasing through. Staggers them with the Bastion pick there. Lucio trying to run away and just stay as far back as possible. Firebirds only needing to push to the point where the Boilermakers made it last round in order to take map number 2.
And honestly, from what I'm seeing so far, I think the Firebirds are going to basically be able to steamroll through it. The ultimates that the Boilers are going to have are going to be devastating, but the Firebirds have enough time where they can cycle their abilities and cycle ultimates to be able to come back. The Firebirds have 2 offensive and 1 defensive ult here. It's going to be huge for them. They're going to have 2 defensive ults plus Shinbone's Blade.
There's the annihilation we see coming out. Jumpy Wizard will take care of that Immortality field really quickly. We see the beat drop come out as a counter. Shinbone tries to find a pick there. Gardent, though, able to take care of Lunar Synergy. It's going to be a tough pick for the Firebirds to deal with. Shinbone finds Azuki. Z finding another one with the ult. You see him deadly. Blade comes out, gets 1. Nancakes finds the pick instead. Nancakes finds another. Blade there just in support. Jumpy Wizard will get another. Firebirds should be able to take this here as Shinbone runs toward the opposing spawn.
And that's going to be map 2 for the Firebirds. They're going to be up 2-0 right now. From what I've seen so far, this is very, very good gameplay by the Firebirds. I cannot wait to see what they do map 3. And it's Z again.
I knew it. It happened. I'm like, yep, there's a 4K. We missed it, but there's a 4K. Yep. 1, 2, 3. I know it's that third because great tracking right there in the air. Yep. 3. Number 4. Yep. Great stuff out of Z there. I only saw 2. You only saw 2?
I only saw 2.
You didn't see those 2 at the very start?
Nope. Sorry. Didn't see it.
That's let's get your glasses checked before you got to play in an hour.
Hey. I'm telling you, if you guys stay, if we're streaming the next game, are we? We are?
Yes.
Get ready. It's going to be a show.
Are you running support this time?
I am playing DPS.
DPS today.
I have been moved to DPS.
What a wild time. Everyone's playing different things than what I'm used to. All right, we'll take another quick little break before we come back with map number 3. Firebirds are on match point. All right, we are back here with map number 3, and I gotta tell you, I have no clue
Oh, have fun,
where
Tanner.
we're playing.
Nope. Have fun.
What even
What
is
does it
the
look like?
name of this map? It looks like Junkertown,
Oh,
but it looks like it looks like a different place in Junkertown.
you're close. Oh, you're so close. You're right on the money.
What?
Move it over to the left.
To town of Junk.
What is it? Town of Junk. No, it's Junkertown Battle Arena.
What?
So,
when
this
did
is-
this come out?
So this is Hammond Ball's training ground.
What is this new UI? What mode is this?
This is they're
There's
gonna
been
play
a new mode?
Yeah, so they're gonna play.
They added a new mode? You're
Yeah.
joking.
So they're gonna play for 5 points. Each point is gonna change randomly. So they're gonna fight for 5 different points, best out of 5. And each point is going to progressively get faster in completion. So the more people that are on it, it's going to slowly tick up faster to complete. Takes about a minute to completely take over 1 point, and there's going to be a max of 5. First point is always the mech arena battle start, and then after that it's randomized, and spawns are randomized.
What? So are they trying to control a point?
Yeah, so the point is going to be in the arena.
Great picks there by the Firebirds.
Absolute team white. So this is going to be the control point. This is going to be control point 1. Tank has 150 HP. That's just not true. What's happening? All right, we're having technical difficulties.
I'm a lost boy.
So I'll explain it. So you know control. You know control point.
I know control.
5 of them.
Why 5? Why add a new mode where it's 5 control points?
Because Blizzard hates its community.
So it's just control?
It's control with multiple different spawns, multiple different points that are randomized, and
But it's all on the same map?
yep,
So it's just like instead of like it's in the like pit right now, but it's gonna go to somewhere else.
yep.
in this
It's gonna
map?
go to market. It can go to market, worship place, and then 2 other places. I forget off the top of my head.
I'm so lost. I miss push.
Oh, no, you don't.
I miss
Stop
push.
lying.
I miss push, bro. I at least understood push. I at least understood push. I at least was like, hey, it's push. I get it. Now I'm
Push
lost.
the robot as far as possible.
Yeah,
It's literally just control
named
point.
him. We named him. What did we name him? What did we name that robot? Jordan and I named that robot. I can't remember it. It might have been Paul. We named the robot Paul.
We can name it Palmer.
No, that'd be lame.
He's leaving us. That's why.
He left us already.
Yeah, I know. So like when they're pushing the bot, it's Palmer. He's leaving.
We'll name him Kevin.
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 All right, bet. I'm down for Kevin.
Yeah, Kevin the robot.
So we're still having technical difficulties.
Yeah,
so
we're having some technical difficulties. I do think we are going to probably go to a quick little intermission. We'll be back in just a few minutes with updates.
Initiating match.
Welcome back. We had a technical difficulty, but we fixed it, hopefully.
So we are just restarting map number 3 here. It did seem like there was some technical difficulty where like there was a bug where like health was not correct.
Yeah.
So,
So what I assume is the regular glitch that happens in games like this is that tanks that don't have any shield get affected and get the 150 HP like every other support and DPS. The base is 150, no characters under 150. And for some reason the game decides that if you don't have any shield, you are now 150.
interesting. Weird.
Blizzard's a small indie company. Definitely not a
Hey,
billion-dollar
small
company.
indie company.
You know, they're
That's
working.
my favorite. I said that about Riot the other day too. On Monday for the Valorant stream. All right, so from what I've gathered, yep, we're not at the same place though for point number 1. No, we
Yes,
are
we
at
are.
the same
Yeah,
place.
first point's
Oh,
always
so
going to be
you-
arena.
So it gets all the same map. Think of it like an open world map. You're just going to different points on the map. So
Yep.
it's all. So that's how it's different from Control.
Yep.
Is you are literally rushing to the next place.
Yes.
Wild, weird, interesting. Not my favorite.
Luna Synergy is just in the middle of everybody. Z's going to get picked by Garden. It's okay.
Garden gets that first pick of the game. And actually, Purdue's going to take control of that first point. Ooh, we see Shinbone on Genji. Just trying to get those 1v1s going.
How did a hinder grenade hit him? It was literally went through the wall. We're just going to leave it. Small indie company.
Small indie company.
Sprout
Ooh.
and Garden are going to get down to two
Oh my
huge picks.
goodness. Firebirds, if they just take care of that Emort field, they might get Bastion there. They do. And there's another pick. Oh my gosh, Lunar Synergy just kind of playing pinball with himself. And the Firebirds will find the point.
So, this is the thing that's going on with this map. Players like to try to guess where the next point is going to be, but they're all random. So it's never the same. The first point's always the same. The other ones are just random.
Weird. Oh, this is. I hate this. I love this, but I hate it. It's interesting.
I've played the game for 8 years, and I feel the same way.
Oh, and there's the
huge
possible
hinder.
ults that we see.
Mine's going to go out. Going to completely separate the Genji and the tank. High Noon's going to come out. Is he going to get anybody?
Oh, come on. There we go. There's the pick on Junker Queen. Shinbone finally falls. Firebirds, though. Oh my gosh. Z gets another pick. Baptiste goes down. There's the last one. Lucio's going to chase him down. Finished off by Lunar Synergy. Firebirds handle that
Watch
very
the percentage
quickly.
now. It's going to go up much faster.
Why?
Because that's how the game mode works.
But what triggers it to go faster?
70% and above. So watch how fast it goes now at 90.
Yeah, wow, it's going quick.
Yeah.
Is that the same in Control, or is it just
Nope.
Brawl?
It's just Brawl. So now there's a new point, and their spawn is marked, but now their next point is not showing up on our screen.
Oh, where could it be?
Market, most likely, because of the rotates. Oh my goodness,
Shinbone.
Shinbone, 2 huge picks!
Oh my goodness, Firebirds once again just... You know, I made one comment that they weren't hitting their shots, and then they turned the whole...
They took it personal.
They did take it personally.
Flashpoint unlocks.
Yeah,
for,
they're in
for
market.
legal reasons in NECC, they actually have no idea that I said that comment because we were in a separate
yeah.
location. By the way, just for clarification,
It was
we're not
joke.
telling. It was joke.
It was
joke. We're not calming to them.
It was joke.
Firebirds take quick control of point number 2. They need 3 points.
3 points in total, yeah. It's best of 5.
Oh my gosh. A best of 5 inside the best of 5.
Yeah,
Let's go.
but this is market. Minefield's gonna come out and he's gonna get. Oh wow! I thought he was gonna get 2 huge picks.
There's the 2 picks though. Shinbone and Lunar each get one. Oh, never mind. That was Moorfield. There's
gonna- I was
there
gonna
it is.
bet.
Lunar.
There you go.
Lunar finds Sprout though with the minefield.
I was gonna wait till you figured it out. It's a teaching moment, you know.
Yeah, I'm gonna need many of them apparently after
That's
being
okay.
away from this so long.
So now the Firebirds here have 3 ultimates. They have 1 offensive, which is their most devastating offensive ult besides mines, and 2 defensive ults. Right now, the Firebirds are pretty much set up to play this out and control the point. This is going to be last team fight if the Firebirds can control and get picks early. Blade's going to come out. It's going to get rid of the Immor. 2 picks are already down. NECC, Shinbone's going to get...
It. Oh my gosh.
He could not find the pick. The Jungle Queen ult's going to come out, and that's flashpoint number 2. Wow.
Very nicely done by the Firebirds. They're just starting to dominate the Boilermakers in the latter half of this match. The next flashpoint coming out of it. Flashpoint? That's like the comic book.
Yeah.
Nerd.
Hashtag nerd.
That's what I do. Flash is my favorite comic book character.
Are they going to... Oh my gosh, are they going to Side Arena? They're going to Shopping Center! Shopping Center! I hate this point.
Why?
Look at how much environmental stuff there is. The entire left side is environmental. So a dive here, usually teams will play up top left and have people dive onto them. They overcommit, they fall right off.
Hey, what happened to the controller aim assist grenade? That grenade should have easily...
So a huge rework with McCree was that the grenade has a certain amount of time in the air and it no longer randomly just goes to people. You have to throw it within their hitbox.
What? This is dumb. I'm no longer a fan. I loved the magnetic grenade.
You liked just throwing Tom Brady passes over across the map.
I just liked the Hail Mary. And or like when Tyreek Hill was with the Chiefs, you know, Patrick Mahomes, hey, he's down there somewhere. He's down there somewhere. Tyreek's down there somewhere. 33% for the Firebirds. They're looking to take that 1-0 start of the season here and give us a short little break before your next match.
Wonder what time is it?
7:50 right now. So you got plenty of time to warm up still.
Oh, I play at 8:30. That's right.
Play at 8:30 indeed.
Sometimes,
Firebirds.
guys, I just don't know. Huge Deadeye pick on Shinbone. D-Mex Diva. This should be a free easy kill. Oh, there's the environmental kill I was telling you about.
Jumpy Wizard boops him on off. 80% now. Firebirds probably just need to win this fight and then get a couple more picks afterward to secure this.
Huge pick on
Definitely just need to win this fight. I forgot about the speeding up time. Holy cow. Keeping him off the point might even work. Yep, we're in overtime here. Firebirds just got to win the fight now. See Deadeye probably about to come out from Z.
They're going to wait for the D-Mex Diva. Here it comes.
Oh,
but the Diva bomb's going to come. He gets 2.
It doesn't really matter as there's the 2 picks. And the Firebirds will take their first match of the season. Oh, who made it back?
Never mind.
Oh, all right, and they will take their first match of the season. Firebirds Red going off 1-0 against the Purdue Boilermakers. GG's all around. Sam, thanks for joining me for the
as always
for the first time I've commentated Overwatch this season.
And you did amazing. And Lunar Synergy gets to play the game.
There it is. No longer fraudulent. No longer fraudulent. Oh my gosh, the tracking. That was literally that's a one warm up where like they throw the throw the heroes over the sides.
Don't move, just shoot.
Don't move, just shoot. Great job from the Firebirds. Well played by the Boilermakers. We will be back at 8:30 for Carthage Black versus Bradley University.
Oh, it's personal now.
Oh, yeah, and you just found out? It's personal.
I just found out it's personal.
That's hilarious. Well, once again, thank you guys for watching. If you want to be back in about a half hour, we will see you then. Thank you.